Chair, and I will stay within time. I do want to take a minute to talk about racism. And it's racism rather than racists that I think is important to address. Racism is an everyday fact of life for people of colour in Ireland. And it is that way because it goes unidentified and unchallenged by many of us who would never classify ourselves as racists. As Minister for Community Development, but also as Minister with responsibility for the National Action Plan Against Racism, I ask people, I plead with people today to stop sharing, stop believing material in their social networks that indicates that people of different ethnic background or people that are not Irish should be treated with fear and suspicion. It is the sharing or quiet support of such messages that is doing the damage to communities, and it is this fear-mongering messaging that we should be suspicious of, not people coming to this country to seek protection and to build a better life. Community leaders, both elected and otherwise, have a particular responsibility to question and to challenge these messages among members of their community and their constituents, and at the kitchen table that we've heard so much about this morning. I do want to just address something that was mentioned by Deputy, to be fair and innocent, earlier on as well. When someone is completed the asylum process and they're eventually perhaps refused asylum, they have no entitlement to public services here of any kind. I just want to be clear on that. That was a point that was made earlier on, and there was a bit of a lack of clarity on that. We have a community engagement team set up. They've been working since September. They've assisted with the opening of 30 different accommodation centres around the country. It's gone well in the majority of places. We've had difficulties elsewhere. The team has engaged with over 50 TDs, and many of whom have got direct calls from the community engagement team, and here this morning indicated they got no communication from either the team or myself or Minister O'Gorman. The team focuses on the provision of information and the explanation of what proposals are. In many cases, vacuums of information are not vacuums of information because it's speculation about something that's not going to happen, and the team and myself and Minister O'Gorman spend quite a bit of time reassuring or explaining to the deputies here that there isn't actually an accommodation centre opening up as well. So I think that needs to be named as well. But I do go back to my message in relation to racism. We all here and across communities across Ireland have a responsibility to question these messages that are going out on social media that are doing damage to communities.
Thank you, Minister.